150 boxes of a certain brand are weighed, and the main box is 748 grams with a standard deviation of 3.6. Find the 95% confidence interval. Okay, so that's the same question we've done already, isn't it? It's going to be x bar plus or minus 1.96 sigma over root n. I know to do this because it says 150 boxes. It's not a singular score. It's an average of 150. And it's going to be 748 plus or minus 1.96 sigma, which is 3.6 all over the square root of n, which is root 150. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to do 748 plus 1.96. Whoa, that wasn't smart. Plus 1.96 multiplied by fraction button 3.6 all over root 50. Okay. I got 178.58, 748.58, and that's for the upper one. And then the lower one, it'll just change to a minus 747.42. We all good? Okay. Now, that's the easy question, okay? The hard question is we're going to have to try 10 part 2 here, okay? And what 10 part 2 says is that it wants the error to be within 1.5 grams. Everybody got that? The error has to be between 1.5 grams. Now, the error calculation is this part here. Does everybody see that? That blue part is going to have to equal 1.5 grams. So what we're going to do is we're going to just rub the rest of this out for a minute. Okay. And we're going to say that equals 1.15. Okay. Now, first thing we're going to do is sub it out to sigma. What's sigma again? What is it? Sigma is 3.6. Okay. MR, we good? Now, here's what we're going to do next, guys. See the root n on the bottom? The root n on the bottom is going to go to the top. So it's going to be 1.15 square root of n. Oh, is it 1.5? Oh, sorry, not 1.15, 1.5. Thank you. Okay. Now, next thing. The 1.96 multiplied by the 3.6 is still there. We're going to grab that 1.5 and send it underneath. If I can, there it is. Send it underneath. And then I think we just get that and square it, don't we? So we're just going to get that and square it because we'll get root n. So we're going to get, if you square both sides, you get your answer. So square the n and then just square this whole thing. And we should be good to go. So 1.96 times 3.6 divided by 1.5, square the answer, and you should get an answer of 22.12 or 23. You have to round up. 23 boxes. All right. Okay. Okay. Now. Okay. So, for those people that are with me, my mean is 69. My end value was 80 people. And I'm doing the 95% confidence interval, which is 1.96 sigma all over root n. Okay. I'm going to do 69 plus 1.96 times, it's going to be root 80 underneath, and it's going to be 4 above. Okay. And then what we get is 69 plus 1.96, 4 over root 80. Put it all into the calculator. I get an answer of 69.87 or 69.88 as the higher one. And then obviously the lower one will require me to change to a negative 68.12. Okay. The next thing I have to focus on is the error. They once again want the error within 1.5 beats. Okay. So 1.5 beats. So the error is the blue part, and the blue part has to equal 1.5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this equal to 1.5. Is that all right with you guys? Okay. I'm going to replace sigma with 4. I'm going to multiply up the root n. So it's root n, and then it's 1.5 root n. Then I'm going to have 1.96 multiplied by 4. Then I'm going to grab the 1.5 and put it underneath. Then I'm going to square both sides. Okay. And what you should get 1.96 times 4 all over 1.5. Square the answer. 27.32, which rounds up to 28. Okay. Okay, guys. Let's do this. It's x bar plus or minus 1.96 sigma over root n. Okay. Now, what's the average of 54.09 plus 60.71 divided by 2? Because the mean is always dead center. So what do we get? 57.4. Okay. So we all know it's 57.4 now. Now here's the deal. When you take 57.4 and you add on 1.96, so when you add 1.96, you add on 1.96 sigma, and how many people did we interview? 80. Sigma over root 80. Your answer is 60.71. Because that's what happens. You add on the error and it goes up to 60.71. What we're going to do with that 60.71 is we're going to take away the 57.4. So what do we get when you take that away? 3.31. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're after, the goal of the question is to get that green sigma on its own. Okay. That's what we're looking to get on its own. So we're going to bring down the 1.96 underneath. And we're going to put the root 80 on top. And what's left over is sigma. And what do we get? Anybody get an answer? 15.105. Anybody get the same answer? Right.